Hi, welcome to the class this evening. So as a lot of you are probably aware, I'll be doing a stretch session today. I'll probably have to keep readjusting my mat because I don't want my feet to go up off the screen. But yeah, we're going to hold each position for about 1 to 2 minutes, and hopefully the viewing will be coming through clear enough for you. So let's start by bringing our heels to each other, our feet together, and we're just going to be pushing our knees down towards the mat. Oh, I'm feeling tight. Some of you might be feeling pretty tight tonight. Just do your best with some of these stretches. Some of these stretches will really push you, I think, but some of them are very doable as well. But I'll always give you options if you can't go down as far as me, for example. Some of you are more flexible than me, and that's good too. If you're finding that this is too hard to bring your feet in close, just move them further away. That's fine too. Now, I always recommend incorporating the Pilates breathing into your stretch session, just so that will enable you to get into those moves a little bit deeper. And also you can bring your hands, your elbows onto your thighs just to push yourself down, get a little bit deeper into these stretches. So I did say that I might put some music on, but I've decided against it, just for the simple fact that my iPod, which I've had for many years, and I found it after many years of not using it, it wasn't charged, and I just thought it would probably be too annoying you seeing me changing music as we go, so I thought you'll just have to listen to me babble a little bit more. So keep this going. Remember, in through the nose and out through the mouth through those breaths. And the good thing of this is you can have the TV on and watch whatever program, the news or what have you, that you want to watch while you're doing the stretches, because we don't change the positions that frequently. Kid crying upstairs. That means that, you don't really need to listen to what I have to say. You can tune me out and just do the stretches and do whatever else, talk to the personnel that's in your room, or, like I said, watch the telly. But I'll just be babbling along as usual, you know me. So a few more deep breaths here. And then we're going to switch positions. So we're going to take our left leg out and keep our right leg in, and take your right arm behind, and then just move your left arm down the left leg. If you can't reach the foot, that's fine. What I don't want you to do is try to reach and then turn your heart downward. Hey, double hit of me today, Maury. Good to see you back again today. So you want to keep your chest upright and then move on down. So as you're breathing out, you're sending that breath to your waist, and you'll be feeling that stretch down through your waist. Now, there are progressions of this. If you don't like the progressions that I'm going to give you, you just stay here. But if you want more, you can, lift my pants up. You can take yourself with your arm over, and then your other arm can come under and just sort of wrap you and open you up so the heart still faces up. But if you don't want to go for this level, and please, by all means, just stay with the left hand reaching for the left foot. Just keep on thinking about that breath, though. So some positions will hold a little bit longer than others. Couple more breaths here. Now we're going to come out of that, so your arm sort of lifts you and you feel that real pull to get out of it, and then bring your leg in front and then go for a stretch out in front. So anywhere along that leg that you can hold on to, please do. And then pull the foot towards you. Now I'm going to do a shout out to Chris Murray. Chris Murray, I don't know who you are, but I appreciate your feedback. Chris Murray said that he did a viewing of a class probably a month or so ago, and all I get was a message from him saying, I got blind, too blurry. Okay, so I don't know you, Chris. I did write to him. I appreciate the feedback. I have a really bad computer, and I'm trying my best, but I do appreciate the feedback. I got blind. So thanks for you repeat viewers. I appreciate it. And thanks to Chris. Hopefully he'll come back. I did suggest he can come back and do the stretch class today. If you're there, Chris Murray, g'day. So keep pushing those toes back towards you. Oh, brother. Hello, my brother Ronnie. So Ronnie's on too. You probably don't want me to say your name, but hey, Ron. stay for the whole class. And there's a few others out there, and I'm happy for you to not say hi to me. That's absolutely fine. A couple more breaths, and then we're going to change sides. So we're going to take this leg in now and take the other leg out. Remember, it's to the side. I'll just readjust those pants. So remember, the left arm goes behind and your right arm goes down the right leg, all the way to the foot if you can reach it. Otherwise, just anywhere along the leg. Oh, and Val, hi. I'm just getting a few hellos this evening. It was very nice chatting to you earlier. It'll be nice to chat to you in person one day too. And Murray, it was nice chatting to you on the weekend. And Ronnie, it's always nice chatting with you. So let's just keep on going with these breaths. Like I said, tune me out at any stage and keep chatting to the people next to you or look at the TV, whatever you want to do. Sometimes my babble gets a bit much. I did tell you this morning, though, that we have our spider, our new spider, our pet. He's starting to get comfortable here. He's moving around a little bit. He's still in the same wall of the house, but he's comfortable. Now listen, if you want more, you take that arm over, just go for the length. Keep on opening your chest upward though, so try not to tip down. After the leg session that we did this morning, this is probably a nice relief. So let's just come out of that. Again, you bring your arm up to pull out, and that really does hurt. It's a tightening and sort of a hard to release. Now bring that leg forward and then go for that stretch. So both legs will be even. In a moment, we'll take the other leg forward, so we'll go for both legs at the same time. You always want to bring your toe up towards you. And then just really ease into that breathing. Push down a little bit more. If you guys like this time slot, because the Wednesday night wasn't getting many in terms of live streaming, I might make it a stretch class every Wednesday night if you guys want. I'll be happy to hear your feedback and you let me know. Obviously, when the gym goes back and I have to go back to the gym on a Wednesday night, I can always maybe throw it in on a Thursday morning instead. I don't know, we'll see. But if you like this time slot and a stretch, I'm happy to hear from you. I mentioned this morning that I might be doing live streaming with Fitness First next week, but I haven't heard anything yet. And it might be because when we had our meeting, the kids were around. And like I said, they said to me, your kids can't really be around. So maybe they just thought about it and thought, maybe not. Val says, yes, please, for Wednesday night stretches. All right. Pretty easy. I'll do it. Wednesday night stretch class from now on. We'll just go hard on the Wednesday morning and the Tuesday night and all the rest. I know there's probably someone else there that's saying yes too. They're just not going to write to me, and that's fine. I don't want you to feel forced to write to me, so please don't. So team, we're going to just come out of that. Keep the belly braced. Both legs are forward now. And then just reach forward. So keeping your toes pointed towards you. So my brother and I had a nice walk this afternoon, and our little niece, Tiva, hello out there, not so little, but hello. I got my doggy fix, going to Ruffy Park and seeing all the dogs. That was so nice, but I'm a bit biased, but my brother has the best dog. If you want to argue, write to me. He has a beautiful dog called Jax. Hi, Jax. Jax is there. Shout out to Jax. He's gorgeous. He's a Kelpie with a little bit of Alsatian. He's just beautiful. What about you, the rest of you out there? Do you have dogs? And if you do, what's your favourite breed? I was quite surprised. The lady I go walking with on a Thursday, she likes poodles. It did surprise me. I didn't see her as a poodle lover. She likes the poodle. Keep going for a few more deep breaths here, and then we're going to actually take our legs out to a wide position. So you should be bending from the lower back. I'll show you what it looks like side on. So you're not tipping over, letting the head come down. You're coming from the lower back. It does look like I've got a little bit of a curve in my back, but just blame the boobs. Blame the boobs, they pull you down. Keep going for a little bit longer here. I hope that when I eventually stop breastfeeding, they'll go smaller. That would be nice. They're very, very much overrated. 2 more breaths. All right, so what we're going to do is come out and then open the legs, and you're opening them out as far as you can. And you've got your feet pointed up towards you, and then you can reach to anywhere along the leg that you can, or you can come forward. You just want to think about doing the Pilates breathing to ease your way into these stretches. So when I first got into this, and you might find the same issue happen to your hip, sort of feel like you're going to cramp it, it's hurting. But use the breath, send it there. Sometimes you need to bring your legs in back into that butterfly and then open them out again, and that's okay. But the breath is also a really good sort of cure for those tight hips. Hold this a little bit longer, and then we're going to get into some stretches that are going to release into the hips, but also into your glutes. So very beneficial for people that have tight lower backs, because this will generally help ease that, loosen it out a bit. Still nice and light out there. It's getting dark, but you see how our days are getting longer? And can you believe that we've got quite a few more, couple of weeks and we'll be in spring? And that's amazing. Winter's sort of gone fast, even though we've been shut down. It feels like it's gone quick. It hasn't been too bad, as my brother and I were saying, or mainly my brother. No, we're both saying it's not been a bad winter. Couple more here. So just gently come out of that, and we're going to bend our bottom left leg and have it under you, and then your right leg is going to come on top. Now you want your left leg at a 90-degree angle at the knee. You don't want to bring it in too close, and if you find that your knee just doesn't feel comfortable with it bent at all, then have it straight, okay? So you can still kind of push that leg down and get a bit of a benefit. But what I want us to do is bring your left arm up and push down with your right arm, or if you can, you're going to connect the fingers behind you. So I can see that my arms are sort of off screen, unfortunately. Just want to push your left arm back, and that will give you that stretch into the tricep a little bit more. It also helps that you're sitting taller, bracing the belly in, dropping your shoulders down. Nice deep breathing. Do 4 more breaths here, and just the arms, and then we'll move not the legs but our body into a different position. So just gently unravel the arms and push onto your right knee with your right arm, and then come down onto your left side. And you want to either be on your hand or down onto your elbow. But if you're going down onto your elbow and then you're lifting your hip, that's not good. So you've got to push your hip down so that your sit bone stays down. And that way you're getting a nice stretch through your waist at the same time. And of course, getting into those breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Who watched Ninja Warrior last night? Did you? So good. But there was this thing at the start saying that it's been edited because of court proceedings in the US. I wonder what happened, that they couldn't show all of it. What would those court proceedings have been? Oh, come forward. Ronnie's written something else. Let me come forward here, and I'm going to come and just have a quick look. Oh, Jack says hi. Nice. The dog says hi back. So we're just making sure that we're keeping our sit bones down, and you're not letting your head drop down. You're trying to lean forward from your lower back. If you want, you can be up on your hands. That's absolutely fine. Otherwise, you're down here. Just think about that breath, nice and deep. You're probably feeling it in your right hip a little bit more, the glute and the hip. That's where we're trying to release. The The girls are in the bath. I'm sure they'll come down soon and say hello. And it's probably a good thing. When it's a Pilates thing, it's a little bit annoying, but when it's a stretch class, I can give you something to look at besides just me in the same position the whole time. So the stretch we're going to move into from here is going to work the same body part, just a different stretch, but it's all aiming to loosen out your back. So we come up, we're going to hold onto your right foot and take it to the right side of your mat, and then left foot, which is your underleg, goes behind you, and then you roll your hip on top of your heel. So hip and heel come together. Now if you want, you can take your arms all the way out in front, but I just don't feel like that gives me any more benefit than if I'm here. So do whatever you feel is right, but you don't want to be sitting down on your bottom, okay? You're up on the shin. Keep pushing that leg back. Now if it hurts your knee, the leg that's behind, you can just be up onto the toe, okay? So that's always an option as well. But hopefully you've got enough padding on your mats. I've got a double mat, and that definitely does help. Now look, I'm going to give you some progressions here, and by all means just stay where you are if you don't want the progressions. But if you want to join me, I'm going to do them in stages, and you just take whichever feels best for you. So the first one is you're coming up, right? So you can stay here or you can go back down. I'm not going to say for each exercise. You can go back to wherever you want at any time, okay? So the next option is left hand, left foot, right? And then if you can, you sort of wrap your arm even more. Next option is arm goes up. And then your final option is you lace your fingers together. And you're just pulling that leg in towards you. You get a lovely stretch here, not only in your back, but also really deep in your quad. If the breath's coming, we're not holding it too much longer. So we're going to release the hand down, gently release that foot back down, and then now you are going to sit on your bottom and bring that left foot forward so that we can wrap the, right foot forward so that the left one then comes on top. So like before, we want to have a 90-degree angle here. We don't want the leg too close because that pushes the leg up higher on the left side and you can't get down into the stretch too much. Or alternatively, for those of you who need it, did you hear that? Crack, crack, that's my name. We want to have that leg straight if you can't do the bent option. But the bent option, obviously, is the better one. And then it's your right arm that comes on top. Left arm, if you can, comes back to connect. So you don't want to go at this point because you'll be uneven, okay? What we do on one side, we do on the other side, so please try and stick around for at least both sides. Let's feel that breath really helping ease any tension in the stretches. You know, those of you who have had a massage and a masseur or assist you breathe, and the sort of the pain goes a bit more. It's the same deal with anything that we do. Breathe, and it helps you relax. Okay, so we're going to just release that. We're going to press onto our left side as you work your way down the right. So just making your way down. Feel that lengthening out through your waist there. I'm so curious about when they're going to bring this vaccine that they're talking about. They must know something, right? You think so? They must know if they're talking about, you know, now this, I read something today just now before I switched on that they're potentially going to make it a mandatory vaccine, which I know some of you out there are not for. I'm definitely for it. But I know you all have your reasons and that's okay. Yeah, but it must be coming soon, surely. We'd hope anyway. We need some normal again, right? Come forward. So remember, straight back, coming forward from the lower part of your back. Jax agrees with me, right? He's like, no, this is my new normal. Dogs love this new normal. They're walking more than ever. They got their family around them all the time. This is a good thing for the dogs. Well, dogs in Australia, perhaps. Dogs in Australia that live in a good home, even. Because, of course, there's dogs that are mistreated here too, unfortunately. So feel this release here through the left side and also, of course, through the back. So just a few more breaths and then we're going to take ourselves over to the left side with the left leg to continue on with our stretching. So just gently ease our way out of that. Keep a hold of this leg and take it to the side. And then take your right leg behind. See how I'm sitting on my bottom now? You don't want to do that. You want to lift up and off the bottom and over onto your heel. So hip and heel together. So again, reach long if you feel like that's more of a benefit for you. Yeah, so spread the word, team. We'll make it Wednesday night stretches from now on. Why not? There's nothing wrong with a good stretch. Like I've said many times, I do it most nights. So it's really beneficial for your body to stretch, not just to do the cardio, not just to do the toning, but the stretching to lengthen it all out, relax your muscles. Onion. That's what I just found. Onion on the floor. Come on. 2 more. So stay here if you don't want more. If you can and if you want to, you're up. The second option, foot comes in and you hold on to it. You sort of wriggle it in more and you put your arm around more. Third option, your arm is up. See how there's space underneath my legs? So I'm not sitting down on my bottom. And then final option, lace the fingers. So strong in the quads. And we're going to get into a pretty strong frog stretch after this that also does work into your quads, into the groin, into the hips. We'll get there shortly. So just release the arms down. I'm going to get you to keep your knee where it is and turn your feet so they go to the back and they go out wider than your knees, and then you come onto your elbows and you're pushing your bum away from the screen. So you're in, it's called the frog, so it's like you're about to leap frog forward, but you're actually pushing your bottom back. Really strong inner thigh, groin, hips, you feel it there, right? Very, very tight. Very good stretch to loosen that tightness. In a moment, we're going to do the converse of that on the reverse. You let me know the correct word. We're going to get on our back and do the happy baby. And it's basically this same position, but on our back. Some difference. Keep going with a few more breaths here. You see it's not as painful as it was when we first got into it, because the deep breathing, the holding of the position really gets us used to the pain, and then you start to deal with it. All right, so just move your body forward, then bring your toes together and bring the knees in, and we're going to lie on our back. So we're continuing on with more stretches. but from our back for a while. So feet hold on to the inside part and then just pull your legs down and your knees go outside of your body. And so this is continuing that same stretch, just in a different way. So like I said, it's called the happy baby. So let's just, you can even rock yourself a little bit side to side, loosen it out. If you need something underneath your head just to hold your neck in a better position for you, I'm fine down like this, but you can get a cushion and pop something underneath you. I'm sure, Ronnie, you have a cushion there for you. And that's good. Just do whatever feels right. So, I thought I froze for a second. That gave me a heart attack. I'm like, no, Ronnie, I've used the chrome. Why am I freezing still? Okay, so push the legs away now. We're going for a straight leg. You can have a flexed foot. You can have a pointed toe. It doesn't matter. And we want to bring our hands onto the inner thigh and just work it down. So I want to try and keep our legs as straight as possible. So we are down here for a while, so enjoy that relaxation, just being down, letting your head relax, letting your back be still and straight. And these will be varying stretches to work the legs and the glutes. So let's bring the legs in. We're going to lower one leg down and lift one leg up. Now, I think I might move the screen just a fraction so that you can see more of the leg. Hopefully that's okay. That's all right. So anywhere along the leg you can hold on to, or the foot. You just want to make sure that you're keeping your back flat. So those of you who feel quite comfortable here, your option is to straighten out the other leg. You can always lift your body up towards this straight leg. The kids are coming. It's one of the few times I don't mind. Oh, come on down, entertain you. Entertain me. In fact, Alba and I, here she is. We play Uno every day while Anna's having her sleep. We do some other things. We do schoolwork and we do colouring in. We play Uno. Today was my day. I kicked her butt so many times. It was wonderful. She's so good. I'm like, you can't, you know how with a kid you're like, oh, good, gently let them win sometimes. No way. So let's take this leg out to the side if you can.
3 times.
And then arm to the side. Now, if you can't hold the foot, what you do is you bend the knee and you pull down. ¿Y cuántas veces yo gané? No sé. She won 3 times. If I kicked her butt, how many times did we play? Many, many times. We had heaps of games before I woke up. So, yeah. Uncle Ronnie's staying, so good.
Hi, Uncle Ronnie.
Y Maury and Ronnie.
Hi, Mommy. Hi, Ronnie.
Y Val.
Hi, Belle. ¿Por qué no ves eso?
¿De qué cosa?
Mira,
¿Qué cosa?
mira arriba. Mira,
El dentista.
no me puedo ir.
I haven't got the curtains drawn today, so she's looking out, and she's never down here at night, obviously, because she's like, what's that over there? I'm like, it's the dentist's office.
No.
So she can see the lights on there.
Pensé que eso era arriba.
Almost. So bring that leg in, team, and let's flatten that back down, and then the other leg comes up straight. So you're just holding on to the leg, anywhere along the leg or the foot. Okay, Uncle Ronnie said, oh no, aquí está Uncle Ronnie. Anda, ve qué dice. Mensaje de abajo.
¿Dónde está?
Abajo, ponte tu dedo para apuntar, y te muestro dónde. No, a la pantalla. Ya, es la última cosa.
Yo, Ron.
Yeah.
L-E-V-E.
Yeah, pero al lado de esto.
H-E.
Hey.
Hey.
I.
U-O. Y-O-U-N-G.
I'll have to come up and see that. So straight leg is your option if you want.
Stretching.
Oh, hi, young lady. Okay, that's what you said. I thought you might have gone already by now, Ronnie. I'm surprised. I'm impressed that you're still here. So straight leg, pulling it in. She can read, I promise. She's been reading me whole books. It's been amazing. She's doing so well. I don't think she knows like exactly where to look, but she did. She was looking at the right place. I don't know why she didn't get that right. Okay, then here comes the other one. Then Uncle Ronnie is aquí. Yeah. So a couple more breaths here. Uncle Ronnie, Ronnie, y también now.
Hello, Eve. Hello.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to hold on to this foot and take it out to the side. So again, we want to try and keep both our hips down. So the other arm going out is probably the best bet for doing that. Oh, my sisters are giving themselves a hug. Mami. ¿Tú no tienes medias puesto?
En mi besos.
Okay.
Son tus viejos. Tienen mi viejos.
So just keeping that out there for a little bit longer, and then we'll get into some of the glute stretches down here on our back before we move again to a different position
Mommy.
to do more leg and back stretches. Yo soy mami. ¿Sí? ¿Confundiste? Papi, baba, ajá. Yeah. So we'll just do a couple more breaths. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this leg that was out on top of the other thigh and then pull the leg in. And so what we'll do here is just start to do circles with your ankle one way. We're not going to do the circles the whole time, don't worry. After this one, circles reverse the other way. Ahora es tu turno para venir a saludarme a mi hermano. All right, so we're holding onto this knee, pull it in, and then push the other knee away.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
¿Estás bien?
Hi Ronnie.
Okay, so you're pushing that foot away as you're pulling the other leg in. So push and pull motion there. What is a pagado?
It's not Ronnie. No, it's not Ronnie.
So just do a few more breaths here. Shh, chicas, they're all in their PJs. So Tim, listen here. We're going to hold on to our opposite feet. Keep them in that cross position, but then lower yourselves down with your feet still crossed. Okay, so you're staying here. You can keep your hands just down, pushing down. Un tiempo todavía. Open the arms out. Ellos quieren estiramientos cada miércoles. Yeah. Or you can take your arms overhead. So wherever you want to bring your arms, that's fine. But you're feeling this lovely release down through your hip. Bye-bye.
Adios. Bye.
Adios. Bye.
So just a couple more deep breaths here. It's quite nice. You can even do this with your eyes closed, although I don't think that my voice comes across too meditative. Ramiro's like, there's no meditation there. Say bye-bye. Dile bye-bye a la araña. Okay, so from here, team, we're going to keep the bottom leg where it is. The top leg, you want to hold onto the ankle with the same hand and then try and bend the foot the other way so that you're bringing that thigh in line with the foot. I'll show you so you can probably see like that. And then just rest down. So this is making this stretch all about, well, for me, it's the left leg, but it would be right leg if you're seeing me mirror way. So yeah, so it's this leg here that is getting the benefit of this stretch. That was a short visit from them. You're probably wishing it was a bit longer, or maybe you're like grateful that they've gone. I don't mind with the stretch session if they stay down. Like I said, it's different when we're doing the Pilates, but when the stretching, it's a bit more chilled, a bit more relaxed. Now this same leg here is then going to move up and cross it over the top of the other leg, and then opening the arms out. So you want to try and keep your shoulders down flat, so the top leg is up and over, and then stretch. So this is all about your spine now. And this is a really important stretch, so we will hold this one a little bit longer. And then we will do some stretches for the other side, same thing. Let's do 4 more really deep breaths here. Really enjoy that. Send it to wherever is tense. So let's bring that leg up, flatten it down, and then just cross the other leg over and pull both legs in again. So we're going to just repeat everything on that other side. So start with some circles for your ankle. And then reverse the circles the other way. And then when you finish that last circle, pull that leg in more, and if you can push the other knee away from you, you'll really get the benefit of an extra stretch in through your glute, through your hip. So I guess it was a good thing we did our leg class this morning, hey guys, so that we can stretch it out now. A few more here. So holding onto your opposite feet, and then we're going to just bring our legs down. Anyone got any good name suggestions for our new pet spider? I reckon we should name it. I think it's going to be here for a while. So push your down on your thigh, arms to the side or overhead. I'll ask the girls what they think. We didn't even think to give it a name, but I've just thought now maybe we should give it a name. I'm pretty sure it's a male because it's not as big as some huntsmans can get really big. He's quite little, and I'm pretty sure that the males are the smaller in the species. So correct me if I'm wrong. Could be a female, but I'm pretty sure it's a male. So yeah, any name suggestions? Throw them out. A few more breaths before we start to move that top leg. A couple of positions for the top leg, and then we are going to come up and be on our knees pretty much for a while. So you want to get a soft mat if you don't have one then, that's for sure. So let's just bring our arms down and pick up that top ankle with the same hand and bring the ankle in line with the foot. The heel of this leg touching the thigh of the other leg. Really nice releasing through the glute and the hip here, right? 4 more breaths and then we'll take this leg on top for our spinal twist. Okay, so picking the leg up, still keeping that other thigh down where it is, crossing the leg over and then opening the arms out. And of course we look away from the leg just to really complement that twist. Oh, this is funny. Actually, this is funny. I'll let you know. In the afternoon, Ramira's like, quick, look, the spider has a caterpillar in its mouth. A caterpillar. Okay, I'm like, oh, really? Yeah. He goes, yeah, quick, come look, girls. It's having its lunch. So we come up. And of course, it's not anything except for its 2 front, like its legs, but the 4 legs, so 2 on each side, were sort of together and out in a big kind of curve. And I'm like, no, they're legs. And he's like, no, it's got something. And I'm like, no, seriously, they're just legs. So he's like, oh, okay. And then when he realized they separated their legs, no, it wasn't. It wasn't a meal for the spider. I'm like, it needs a web. That's how it catches its food. Let's roll ourselves up. I'm going to just see. Oh, there are too many lights. I think I probably will shut the curtains next time. Right, I'm going to move the screen up, but what I'll get you to do is bring your left foot in line with your right knee. So it's like you're going to start a race, Ronnie. So you're just pushing forward your body weight. You're not sitting back, so I don't want your weight on the heel. And I'm just going to move the screen up just a fraction because I'll come out of view pretty soon. Yeah, okay. I'll still come out of view, but I'll come on back. So you see you've got your toe in line with the knee and you're leaning forward, but you're pushing your heel down. So this is all about the Achilles here. So these stretches, like I said, are for your legs. It's amazing how many stretches there are out there, aren't there? Heaps. So good for us. But I'll tell you what's not good for people that have injuries like myself, and I love stretching, don't get me wrong, but I was doing Bikram yoga, and because I have an injury in my back, and I love the heat too, don't get me wrong, too, I'm a summer person, but if you are in too hot a climate and you can push yourself too far, you can injure yourself. So you've got to be really careful, find balance. Listen, we're going to step this leg to a 90-degree angle. 90-degree angle, and then probably step it outside your body line a little bit, and then we're going to pick up your back foot. And if you can, just bring both hands behind to pull the leg in even more, and you'll feel a lovely stretch here again through your quad. You're sitting, you're kneeling quite upright, okay? If this hurts your knee, then please, you don't need to pull that foot in. All you can do is have the foot down and just push your hips forward. That's a nice option too. What have I got in my pocket? Nothing, it just doesn't look straight. It got dark before I could notice. I can see all the office buildings and stuff over there. I don't seem to be looking in here. I have tinted windows, so in the day they can't see in anyway, but at night, obviously with the light on, I usually draw one of the lot of curtains down, but not both. Let's lean forward to release that gently, and then step your weight forward more, and then you can come onto your hands, or if you want more, you come down onto your elbows. And you're sort of just pushing that knee outside your body line so it gets you really, again, nice and deep into that groin. Really use that breath to ease you into the position again. These stretches we're holding about a minute or so. So gently use your hands to come back up, and we're going to keep the foot in the position there. It's specifically the heel, and then move your weight back so you've straightened the leg out, and now you're just going to cross the arm over. So now you have a straight leg. You're really getting that benefit down the side of your leg through your back. Okay, so it's a double benefit stretch here. Got 2 pairs of socks on. I'm going to do that. I do it when I go walking and I have to wear, I've got 2 pairs of shoes that I walk in, but I've got the wet weather shoes, and they sort of like, they enabled me to wear 2 pairs of socks to keep my feet warmer. Because we went for a walk earlier, I've still got my 2 pairs of socks on. Now I'm getting warm. That's another benefit of the stretching. You don't feel the cold as much. You're not doing such a physical activity, but you're warming still. It's the breathing with the stretching. So listen, team, we're going to release that leg and then take your foot to the side as much as you can. Now you can be up or you can let your body sit back down. Whatever feels best for you. And this is all about your inner thigh. Bam, did you hear that? Unless there's no crying that comes after it. It was a book. Some of the Spanish books we have are really heavy. Thanks, Gemma. And thank her for one of them. Thanks, Patty, for another one of them. They're so thick. They've got so many stories in them. They're fantastic. But when they drop, it's like you're dropping a weight. So this is a lovely release. You're feeling that, I hope. 2 more breaths here, then we're going to do all of those leg exercises on the other side. So just coming up and then bring that leg in, and I'll get you to bring now the other foot so that the toe is in line with the knee, and then you're leaning forward. So you see clearly on this side my heel's not down. I can place my hand under. It would be easier to sit back and have the heel go down, but that's not the point of this stretch. You're going to stay forward and work the heel back. So obviously the stretch class goes a little bit longer than your Pilates does, just because you can't rush a stretch. You have to really do both sides of everything. And there's no point holding a stretch for 20 seconds, really. You need to make sure that we do everything right. Pilates you can modify, you can take a few exercises out, you can do less balance and more balance, it's a bit easier to keep it to around the 45-minute mark. But I think you guys don't mind. You're enjoying your stretches. So from here, we'll come up, step that leg to the 90-degree, and then out to outside your body line to pick up the foot. Just relax the shoulders down. Turn towards you guys a little bit more. No bad idea. Slippery wooden floor. I'll stay on the mat. So like before, you don't have to have that foot in. You can just push your hips forward. So come forward to release that gently, and then step your front leg forward more and bring your hands down. So you can stay here or you can come onto your elbows. So you see how the knee goes out, that's great, but try and keep your foot fairly flat down. Don't want to open it out to the side, keep it in. And that way you'll get that nice stretching through the inner thigh, hip, groin, all of that will be benefiting. So as you know, I had my new heating installed last week, I think it was. And so then the company called me and they said, we want to do an audit of the guys that did the job so that we can see, because it's a good unit that you've installed, just to make sure that they've done a good job. Okay. So the guy came yesterday morning to do the audit, because he said they want to make sure that they do it right in case the company itself gets audited. And so he said that they hadn't done some things correct. I mean, imagine if he didn't come. So then he said the gas part's fine, it's all safe, but there's some other things that are not well done. So imagine if they didn't tell me that. As a layperson, you don't know. Anyway, so tomorrow they're coming to fix the issues. He said just a few minor things, a few. Come up, we're going to lean ourselves back and then cross over. But I'm pretty impressed by the company that they're following up like this. But what about the people that don't get a follow-up? So again, you're feeling this all the way through that side of your leg and around through your lower back. So this leg's going to the side. You're taking the leg out, down as far as it will go. So you probably need to come up to take it out to the side more, and then you sit back. So we're nearly done with the leg ones, then we're going to just do a couple of back stretches, and that will be it. So good on you for sticking through. Now they're happy. Silence, because they put Bluey on. Bluey! It's a great show, in fact. You adults out there that might not have little ones in the house, I urge you one day to check it out. I think it's on 620 on channel 22. Bluey, it's a blue heeler family. Although there's red heelers too. It's cute. It's a good show. All right, so let's bring that leg in. And we're going to get into our cobra. Now, if you don't like the cobra, you can be down on your elbows and pulling forward into the sphinx. Okay, otherwise just come into your cobra. So this is sort of giving us a little bit of a reverse of what we've done. Some of the stretches we've been bending our knees in, our hips have been bent, but this is just opening us out. So lift up high, shoulders relaxed, belly braced. If it's hurting your wrists at all, you can make a fist and be on your knuckles, okay? A few more breaths will get us there, and then we're going to just get into our child's pose. But with a difference, our arms will be back rather than in front. So pushing back, bring your toes together, knees are apart, and then just sit back. So you can start with your arms there in front, or you can take them behind you. Just push your weight right back. Really enjoy this stretch. Now, I'm just going to ask you to have a seat up on your knees. If it's too much for you to sit comfortably on your knees, like this, then please you can just be up on those knees. Prayer pose behind your back. Take your head over to one side. And really feel the length through your neck, the relaxing and lengthening sensation through your shoulders, but also having your hands in the prayer, or even if you lace your fingers if you can't make a prayer, getting the spine lengthened. Head up and over to the other side. A few more breaths. Head back up to the center, release those fingers down. Now listen, even though it's a stretch class, you might feel a little bit stiff getting up, but soon you'll start to really loosen out. So I appreciate you joining me. Your feedback tells me you want to keep going with Wednesday night stretches, so that's what I will keep doing. And when I do go back to the gym, I might, like I said, put it in on a Thursday morning or some other time slot so that you'll still get your stretches going for those of you who are too worried to head back to the gym. So thank you for coming. Thanks for writing to me, all you people, and yay for weekly stretch too. Okay, nice. I love the feedback. Thank you so much, team. Enjoy the rest of your Ronnie, you stayed for the whole class. Impressed. Thanks for joining me, team. Bye now.